Hello everyone, it's me. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but we have gotten a bunch of new books throughout the months since the last video, and I went to another convention where I met a couple of comic creators and got a couple stuff signed. So I kind of want to start with that first, and then go into the books that I bought recently that were brand new. So starting with the first one, I've shown this book a ton of times in the past. It's one of my favorite covers, and I got it signed by Jerry Conway. He had nothing to do with the book, but he created Power Girl. So, and this is my favorite cover with her on it. So I got him to sign that one. Yeah, he was $20, and he was a nice guy. I'm glad I met him. He was the first guy I got to sign my book. This one was the second one, the Venom Lethal Protector #1. It's a classic cover. I had Sam De La Rosa sign it, and he was charging $30 for just this book. Anything else was 10. He had a long line because people were asking him to sketch, which is all good. And also another cool guy, Frank Cho, was another one that was there. He signed right here. And yeah, I think he was doing some sketch competition because I went to his booth like 3 times and he wasn't there. And then he was finally there. He had one person in his line, and this is the only book I got signed from him. It's my favorite cover from him, so really cool. This one is another one of my favorite covers that I've shown before, and I got Kevin McGuire to sign it. Yeah, he also had he had no one in line, so I was really happy I didn't have to wait. And yeah, hopefully I get to meet Ethan Van Sciver and have this double signed because it's one of my favorite covers. But Kevin McGuire also did a really good job with the art in this book. So yeah, I was happy when they announced him. Now this book, I actually didn't get signed it I didn't get it signed at the convention. I brought it, but I didn't have time to find Lee Bermejo, who signed it right there. So I had a friend actually get it signed for me the day after, because there was still one more day at the convention. And yeah, I wanted to meet him. I didn't get a chance to, but I'm just glad the book is signed. I met Jim Zub. He was $5. He is the only comic creator that actually signed it with the Sharpie or marker that I brought. Everyone else signed it with their either the paint pen or their own Sharpie. I had him sign it in the green one, and my reasoning was, it was a cool exchange because he said after he signed it that the green, it came out really good, and it stands out in on the cover. And I told him, yeah, I picked green because it matches her eyes. Which, if you go look it up, what color her eye is on Google, it'll tell you it's blue, but it's green. And speaking of what, like right there, you can see her eye is green. It can't really focus as much as it wants to, but trust me, it's green. And this was another comic creator that I've been wanting to meet for a while. This is Greg Horn. The cool thing is, I got him to sign 2 books. I got him to sign the Electra one and the Red Sonja one. And this was the best exchange I had with a comic creator, because I told him how this was the first book I got, one of the first books I ever had in my collection, which is true. And this is my favorite cover from him. And they were older books, so he was happy to see some of his older work. And he talked to me for a while about what was his first book. It was just a cool interaction. After that, I got these 2 signed. Justice League. Well, you can't really see it, by Jorge Jimenez. It's yeah, that's better. Right there, he signed it in bronze, and then he signed the other one in black. He was really happy that I had the Jim Lee variants. And I told him, "Yeah, you guys are two absolute legends in the comic world." He was happy. He was a really cool guy. These are two new books that I bought recently. Because I love the cover, Michael Turner covers. It's the Dark Knight Metals variant. So I got the Wonder Woman one, and I have the Batman one. And I wanted to meet Scott Snyder and Capullo, but they had a huge line, so I didn't get a chance to. But I met Jonathan Calapian, and he signed both of them. And the cool thing is, they both covers connect. There's a third one with Superman, but I don't have that one, unfortunately, not yet, at least. And then this one was I think the best one. It's double signed. The other ones were signed by comic creators. This one was signed by two celebrities. So I got it signed by George Newberg, who played Superman in Justice League Unlimited, my favorite version of Superman. It's the one I grew up with. And the bottom was signed by the actress who played Lana Lang in Smallville. I'm just gonna call her Kristen K because I don't want to botch her last name. But this was awesome. And yeah, George Newberg said he liked my shirt because I was wearing a Superman shirt, so it was really, really nice. So those were all the signed books I had at MegaCon. Great experience. And these are all the new books I got recently. So I got this one. This one was pretty expensive, and this was like $100 in total. Over Nomad Logan, the Michael Turner variant, because I just like the way he drew him, and I hope someday I'll get that book signed by Steve Niven. I got this one, Kenny X-Men #1, the classic Rogue Jim Lee. It's a variant. Hope to meet him someday. Got this one, Red Hulk. We'll talk #1, but this is the Michael Turner variant with Red Hulk. Got this one, Green Lantern #12, with Cyborg Superman on the cover. He's one of my favorite villains, and this is one of my favorite storylines. With him and the Green Lantern rings, it's just so awesome. These next two I actually bought. They came signed already. This was Avengers vs. X-Men, I think #6. The variant, and it's signed by Oliver Coipel. Up there. In the back, it comes with the promotional thing, and he signed the promotional ticket. So yeah, I bought that one at the shop. I bought this one too, Batman 700, signed by Frank Whiteley. Had a bunch of creators work on the book, and it's one of my favorite covers with Batman by David Finch. These next next four are going to be Michael Turner variants. This is Justice League of America #7, with Wonder Woman fighting dinosaurs. You got Batman 125. And then Superman 205, the variant. The regular cover is just Superman, I think, stopping like a bomb. It's the Jim Lee one. Here we got Witchblade. This is like a 10th anniversary gallery that they made with a bunch of creators working on with their art on the book right here. Hold on, let me flip that. 1 out of 500 copies from 2005, Wizard World, Texas. And just a really cool cover of the late great Michael Turner. Here we got Marvel Nemesis, The Imperfects, number 3. They had the full set, but I only bought this one. I'll probably buy the rest next time, but one of my favorite games growing up. And I love the art by Jay Lee. He did such an awesome job. And this one I also bought while I was in Orlando. Trinity number 1, off a box cover with the Trinity, of course. It's really cool. And here we continue. Brightest Day number 8 with Hawkgirl. It's a David Finch cover. I have not read the story yet, but I just really like the art. And Hawkgirl's one of my favorite characters. Here we got Batman number 50, the Turner variant. This book is really cool because it's a special issue between Batman and Catwoman, and you had a bunch of comic creators work on it, like Frank Miller, Jim Lee, Fabak, I think Lee Bermejo too. A bunch of great comic creators. So really nice. It's tough to get that book as well, since it came from Canada. Got this one, Miss Marvel number 1, the Turner variant. It's one that I've always wanted. Let's see what else we got. We got Superman 211 with my 2 favorite characters dueling it out. I almost have the full set in single issues. I'm waiting to get 204 and 214, and then I'll read it. Here we got Incredible Hulk number 100, the Michael Turner variant again. I love his art. And this is part of the Planet Cold storyline, and it's got the same. It's basically the same cover as the Red Hulk one. Same pose and everything, just the hair is different, and I guess the face as well. That Incredible Hulk one was also another difficult book to find. This is the last just normal book I got. And this is Thor number 1. When they relaunched him with Krasinski and Coppell. I read it, so it's a pretty good read. And these last ones are all basically like event books that I bought. I bought House of M number 1. I know the premise of the story, but I have not read it. Hope to get the full set because that's the only issue I got. I got Identity Crisis number 1. I did read the story and I have the full set. I think I've shown. That's number 4 right there. The Wonder Woman 1. And I liked it overall. I know it's controversial, but it's honestly not a book that I would recommend. Yeah, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. This was a cool one. Onslaught Reborn. Onslaught was a pretty cool villain, and I really liked the cover. I have number 4 in the box. And the art was done by Rob Liefeld, and the story was done by Jep Loeb. It's one book that if I met Jep Loeb, I would get him to sign. I really like the story. All right, and these are the last ones. These are my favorite ones. So we got Civil War number 1. This is the Turner variant, but this is, I think, this is an Aspen Comics exclusive. Very different from the normal variant, and I prefer this one just because of how he drew Iron Man and Captain America. I like how they look more here. Continuing with Civil War. I don't have the full set. I hope to get it soon, but this is a great cover, number 3, and the story was great. Now this story I would recommend. It's a great story by Mark Millar. Here we got Justice League number 50, the conclusion of Darkseid War. One of the first books I remember reading when I first started, so it means a lot to me. And the art is great by by Jason Fabok, and of course you have Jeff Johns writing it, so it's amazing. We got this one, JLA Avengers number 4. I also bought the full set, and I read 3 out of 4 already. This is the last one I need to read, and it's a great story so far. By Kurt Busiek, I think that's how you pronounce it, and George Perez did the art, and this cover is just incredible. Late great George Perez. And these two I would say are my favorites. Last two. Got World War Hulk number 1, the Michael Turner variant. I have the well, I think number 1 has a bunch of different covers, but David Finch did the art for the regular cover. And I remember the first time I saw this book, I needed it. It's just an awesome cover for an awesome story. And this one's my favorite one. Infinite Crisis number 1, the sketch variant. It's my favorite story of all time, and this is a pretty rare book to get. All the other books you can find their sketch variants, and they're pretty cheap, but this one was $100. Well, it was like 120, and I managed to get the seller to give it to me for $100. I'm really glad. And if I ever met Jim Lee and Jeff Johns, and I think Phil Jimenez did the art, this book I would get them to sign, as the story is just incredible. If you love DC, I highly recommend this book. But yeah, those are all the books I got to show. Thank you everyone for watching. And hopefully we got some more books to show in the future. Take care.